So hello guys, we're here today to discuss about mental health and its effects among our youth and the population in general in Uganda and other developing countries. And we would love to show people how actually this could actually be combated and share just a few tips on how people can actually start to be more aware of this issue and how they can actually approach it. So my name is Edmund Bonigawa. I'm from Veritas Fitness 101. I'm the brand owner. And
my name is Chiwanuka Henry from Freeweight Strength and Conditioning. And actually I was reading about an article here that says over 14 million Ugandans suffer from depressive disorders. I mean, that means that 35 out of 100 Ugandans.
And it's crazy,
yeah?
The number is really big.
Yeah.
If you really think about it in terms of percentages. So we know so many people out there really looking for solutions. People are really stranded. They feel like they really have no one to talk to. Anxiety is on the rise. I mean, a lot of people are probably having stress from work, marriages, raising kids, weight issues. So there's so much that is really actually going on. Social media actually, what social media has really been doing to the youth, like so much comparison, and you will end up finding that it really can't be helped, but people are really struggling with it. So we kind of feel like, given that we're in the niche of fitness and we know what actually fitness has been able to do.
I mean, especially for me, like I've had a case of anxiety throughout my career.
Yeah.
Not that like there's good anxiety, but then there's where things get out of hand.
It really gets out of control.
Yeah. And then you can't even like function.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You can't think straight. You can't function.
Yeah.
And part of what has been able to keep me afloat is, you know, going to the gym or going for a run and just exercising. It really clears my head and makes me feel good. So I mean, with this video, I hope we can share a couple of things to anyone out there who is struggling with the same things, to kind of, you know, also better themselves in those regards.
True. So you probably must have heard people talking about fitness being a source of therapy. You hear people saying, man, I'm not really going to the gym to lift weights, to get big or to lose weight. It's just like my own form of therapy. That's how I cope with the world. Technically, for me, like in my case, I reached a point where 2 years back, I kind of felt like I'd really hit my fitness goals. But the reason why is I kept working out is because I kind of felt like fitness structured me mentally, and we just want to share with you guys out there who have really been wondering, like, should I really get into fitness? Is it like really worth it? We want to show you actually why this could actually be a very good approach for you.
Yeah, because there's this thing of where people think maybe the only reason I should be going to the gym is to lose weight or like just build muscles. But like the mental health benefits of fitness are actually very, very, very good and very important.
Yeah.
And
So I'm going to just pose a question to you guys. Each and every one of you that's out there, you know what you're really struggling with. We can't really pinpoint on so many topics, but one of the things that I've really noticed about people, especially with people who are struggling with weight, is that they kind of lose a bit of confidence in themselves. And they feel like, oh my God, like I can't really stare at myself in the mirror because I don't like the person that's actually staring back.
Yeah.
You find people that are working out to just cope with the stress of family. And if you actually ask these people, like, when did really things start to look up for you, you realize that as people go to the gym, there are certain aspects that start to come in mind. When you start looking better, your self-confidence also goes up. That's one of the things that I personally felt, because all my life when I was a child, like I used to struggle with being bullied because I was a very thin guy, and I mean I used to try to hold for myself, but I mean, like, are you really going to stand up to a guy who's like,
to get any gout?
Exactly. Are you going to really stand up to a guy who's like 150 more pounds than you? So
but all of those are all the things in your head.
Exactly.
When you don't feel
Yes.
good about yourself,
Exactly.
about how you look like.
You feel like you're not adequate enough.
True, but I mean, like people actually don't even care how you look like.
I mean,
but,
they don't.
But like if it builds your self-confidence, then it's good for you. For your mental health.
So we're going to give you reasons why fitness could actually be the breakthrough that you've been looking for. One of the first reasons is we have something we normally call endorphins.
Yeah.
When you work out, your endorphins are always released, and they have a way they make you feel happy. There's where they make you feel fulfilled. And so many people are actually capitalizing on this feeling when they get to the gyms because they want to feel like, oh my God, I have my things under control. Life can't be all that bad. And it's one of the reasons why you may need to take up fitness.
Yeah, I mean, like that endorphin, like that, those feelings you get after a good workout, like when you go for a run, like, and then after the run, you're like, you feel like
you've achieved something.
Something like your brain is clear,
exactly.
like you just feel that high, like
exactly, like you've accomplished something. And then to also maybe just hint on any other point out there that probably could make you guys feel like, okay, you know what, I may actually have to take up this. Think about the sort of social interaction that normally takes place in the gym. I've seen so many people network in gyms. You find so many people have actually made friends. Exactly. You find someone has really gotten a best friend from the gym. People have been able to crack deals from the gym. So this has actually improved on people's social interaction, something that you may actually have to look into, because not everyone that goes to the gym is looking to build muscle, or at times people just want to feel like, okay, I have a network of friends around me, people who share the same goal, and they're actually trying to achieve the same thing that I'm achieving. These are people who actually relate with what you're going through at home and at work, and maybe actually the people that you'll need to hold you together. So these are some of the reasons that people need to actually start thinking about going to the gym, or if it's not even the gym, I mean, just take baby steps. You can just start by walking, you can start by having a jog. All these things are going to make you feel accomplished. I've had so many clients, I don't know about you, people who start the year by saying, you know, I'm looking for a trainer because I have new year goals. Yes. But when you keep procrastinating, by March, and I mean, I'm talking to you who's out there, like, you know how you end up feeling. You feel like, oh my God, I'm just in the same loop, I'm in the same cycle. These are the things I was doing last year. Same year, same madness. Like, when am I really going to get that breakthrough?
So I mean, like, even on that note, for me, from my personal experience with anxiety, I used to get nervous a lot, or just kind of like get from a very long day of work, like very tired, very exhausted, and you couldn't even like get enough sleep, like you get like because you know, you worry too much, like even the smallest of things, you kind of like make up this whole big situation in your head that always think about like something wrong is going to happen, so it kind of like lets you stay hyperactive. You don't even get sleep, like even when you try to get sleep, you don't. And you know, like when I started to realize that I needed to look at exercise as therapy, then to me, I used to go, I went, when I started to go to the gym, I got into that zone where I could just focus on like exercise, and then, you know, you hit like a good leg session, like you push yourself, you're like, cool.
I know
if I don't sleep today, then like,
feeling,
you know, so you know, you kind of do like a leg session, and you're so tired, you go home, you just you know, you sleep, you have like a really good sleep. You wake up in the morning and you feel like you had a better sleep than when you were not exercising.
Exactly.
Yeah, because part of why I wasn't exercising was because I used to get anxious, and then like I stopped to exercise for quite some time, and then instead of doing the thing that would have helped saved me, then I kind of like defected away from it. And then when I got back into it, I actually realized that this is, you know, the same thing that I neglected is the same thing that actually kept me afloat. So this to anyone who is having these same things, same problems, I hope you kind of like come to terms with yourself and think about starting to embrace yourself and go to the gym, go for a run, go get outside, go and play football. Like, exercising is something that actually really helps with these things, with these mental health problems.
That's true. So guys, there are so many reasons out there why you would have to get into fitness. I mean, we as trainers, most of the answers, or most of the reasons people normally have for this, they are normally looking at losing weight or fat or building muscle. But I think we need to start approaching this solution, this problem as a health thing.
Yeah,
like
especially in Kampala.
Exactly. Like how can people actually take up fitness and be healthy from it, and not just look at short-term solutions to their problems? You get it? Because at the end of the day, we may give you so many reasons as to why you may have to get into this sort of lifestyle. But I'll just sum it up like this: imagine you had your workout. You'd feel so structured. For those who actually work out in the morning, you know how it feels to actually put in your session in the morning and then get to work. you kind of feel better. Your work performance increases at work.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like you've achieved so much.
You have enough energy.
You have no
you're
room for
energized, yeah.
negativity.
Yeah.
That can actually improve on your communication with both your workmates and even at home. I mean, with your spouse and your kids. And if you make this actually a lifestyle, like couples, this can actually improve on your marriage. So, guys, I kind of feel like there's so many reasons as to why you need to take this up. Everyone has their own reasons. Everyone knows with what they're dealing with. Even we still have demons we're dealing with. But what's keeping us tethered together and stable is the fact that we have this thing called fitness that serves us.
Yeah, I mean, I there's a client of mine who usually comes in the morning. So I made him do burpees over the bar, right?
Yeah.
You know how intense those can be. There
Yeah,
were
true.
intervals, so it was going 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off.
Yeah.
So after like he did like 10 intervals, he just fell onto the floor. So I told him, look, like if you manage to do this, like nothing can defeat
There's
you in
nothing.
life, like,
Thank you. And I'm sure you must have taken it as gospel truth.
so I told him,
because-
like there's nothing that can defeat you in life. Like and like I meant it, like because he did it like he was like going like after he just.
I know, man. And you sit and you think and you're like, I mean, I can accomplish this. It already puts you in the 1%, because there's always that popular phrase that people normally say, if you can lift this heavy, if you can do this, if you can do this, like, I mean, you're already in the 1%.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, you're like, I mean, like, I'm already
You're a
unique
warrior.
as it
You're a
is.
warrior.
So
You're
you're
a
like,
fighter,
I mean,
like a
like,
fighter.
how are these problems actually going to ever overcome me? So
Yeah.
you find that you can actually channel that same energy into your everyday life. And things like watching people like on social media, like comparisons and stuff, these things are not going to get to your mind, because you're already going to feel like you're the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So guys out there, I kind of really feel like this is something you really need to take up, and we're not coming from a point of view of we just want people to work out, and it just kind of feels like there are so many issues that have been going on in this country, especially with mental health.
Yeah.
And we just need to find out how we can actually start helping people. Yeah, true. So guys, Henry, is there anything maybe you'd want to add to this before we conclude our... So anything to us?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me just add a few things. So if you're out there and you are wondering where to get started with fitness or incorporating exercises in your life, you don't necessarily have to be intimidated to go to the gym. You can start with anything that can elevate your body temperature. You can start with going for a run, going for a walk, just really getting outside, or maybe going for swimming.
Sure.
It does wonders.
Yeah.
Anything you can sign up for, maybe like a corporate league, and you start to play some football, become a child again.
It's a thing
Go,
here in Uganda.
yeah,
It's a really big
go
thing
and
here.
play some basketball, like really anything that's exercise. So because you might think we're advocating for gyms or trying to tell you go to the gym, do that, but really mental health and exercise doesn't mean that you should go to the gym and lift weights.
Just keep yourselves active,
Yeah,
guys.
just keep yourself active.
Get it, anything that gets you out of that negative space, and
yeah.
it can keep you active, it can make you feel like you've accomplished something. We recommend it. Just do it. Dance, yoga, running, bikes,
boot camp,
anything, guys, man. Just have a good time, as long as at the end of the day you want to keep your
mental health
safe, man. You're good to go. Guys, I guess this is going to be the end of it. Thank you so much for watching, and in case there is anything else you'd want to tackle, please just leave everything in the comment section, and we shall address it.
Yeah.
So,
plus, but again, for more tips, you can always visit our social media.
yes,
Veritas 101,
Veritas Fitness 101,
free weights.